let us start with the company analysis of Ambuja Cement. So in the before the first thing which I am going to focus on and which I am going to discuss on the history of Ambuja Cement. The Ambuja Cement has been founded at 1983 by Noritomo Sekisara and Suresh Notia. So they have started with a very little knowledge about the industries, with having something in their mind of India is a developing country, there is a lot of infrastructure to be built in India. The major key important industry which is going to play in an infrastructure role is cement industry, which having that in mind, so they have started a company in Gujarat. In 2005, Ambuja Cement and Indian premier company cement company like ACC, they have came together, become a part of a Holcim group of Switzerland. In 2015, Lafarge SA and Holcim group came together and merged with equally, and they have formed a Lafarge Holcim group as a parent company of Ambuja Cement. They hold a 63% of a holding in Ambuja Cement. They are the world's largest building construction material manufacturers. All the way from 1986, with having a single plant capacity of 70,000 tons per year, it has been started, and it is having a 5 cement integrated industry plants and 8 grinding units in overall India. They are having a capacity of 30 million tons producing cement in an year. So this is one of the capacity of that. So they have come a long way from a 1986 with having a capacity of 70,000 tons to a 30 million tons per year. So this is one of the major role in the growth of an Ambuja Cements. They have come a long way. It is a 30-year-old company. So the Ambuja Cement, which has been listed in the stock exchange at 1998 in BSE and NSE. This is the first time the Ambuja Cement hit the stock market. This is all about a Ambuja Cement story, how it has came, how it has become a company of a market share of 6% in India. So in the previous years and all, the Ambuja Cement witnessing a loss of market share in a cement industries. That is one of a slight negative factor for a company. So next is that the company is having a strong financials and strong good futures prospects. So that will be explained in the later part of the video. Coming to the products of a Ambuja Cements. So the value added products of Ambuja Cements is Ambuja Kavach, Ambuja Plus, Ambuja Composem, and Ambuja Coal Walls, Ambuja Coal Blocks, and Ambuja Masonry products like tiles adhesives, wall putty, and ready mix plaster and waterproofing solutions. So these are all the products of a Ambuja Cements which they are manufacturing and delivering to the country. Coming to the presence of Ambuja Cement with the located plants in India. So the Ambuja Cement have been integrated plants, and the grinding units are present at more than 11 states, covering 32 districts across the north and central, western and eastern parts of the country. Coming to the revenue share breakup. So in the northwest region, it is contributing 25% of the revenue of the Ambuja Cement. In North India, it's contributing 32%, and west south of India, it's contributing 21%. East India is contributing 22%. So the integrated plants has been located at Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. Marwar is Rajasthan plant, which has been new plant, which has been expansions has been taken place. It has been getting started production by 2022. So coming to the grinding units, it has been located at the Punjab, West Bengal, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, and Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, and Gujarat. So these are all the presence of Ambuja Cements in overall India. Coming to the capacity expansion of the Ambuja Cement. So they are expanding at Nagrur, Rajasthan Marwar plant. So it is an integrated plant which is going to add a capacity of a cement productions for Ambuja Cements. So these are the expansion plan, which is Maharashtra and the northern part of India. So after installing a capacity, it's almost post completion of 2021. the approximate capacity of a production of cement by Ambuja Cement is at 31.45 million tons per annum. So it is having a 600 new dealers in the market in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Eastern Uttar Pradesh, and increasing of presence. It is having a 46,000 plus contract workings with Ambuja Cement, and the regional distributions is having a grinding units at Western India 1 and Eastern Northern India 5, Eastern India 2, and Central India. They are not having a grinding units in Central India. So the warehouses located at Western India more, and Northern India 108, Eastern India 91, and Central India 82. So this is the capacity expansion they are taking place in the further to increase the capacity of the Ambuja Cement for the cement productions. That's one of the positive point. So coming to the cement consumption in India, so India is the second largest cement producer in the overall world. So it is having a low per capita cement consumption, provides a large growth opportunity is there for cement industries. The world average consumptions stood at 500 to 550 kg. So the presently India is stood at 200 to 250 per capita consumptions. It is almost a double it is almost double the growth is there, the potential is there. So there is a chance of a growth is expected in the future. So despite of the COVID-19, the expected cement demand has been increased in the range of 15 to 17% year on year. So this is expected to continue for the next coming years for FY22 and FY23 for the cement consumptions. That's going to give a positive impact on the cement industries. So coming to the cement consumptions in India. So this is the cement consumption in India. The housing segments remains the largest cement consumer. So next followed by a infrastructure, next followed by a industrial consumption, next followed by an institutions and all. So the presently infrastructure consumptions stood at 22 percentage. So next is industrial commercial consumption stood at 13 percentage, and the low cost housing stood at 10 percentage. The major one is in housing segment consumer is the largest one. So the Ambuja Cement is focusing on the individual home builders of 55 percentage of the cement market cement consumption is taken by a housing segment itself. The Ambuja Cement is focusing on that. So the retail portion is 84 percentage. So that's the reason the Ambuja Cement is focusing on the individual home builders to grab that market share, to bring and gear up the revenue of Ambuja Cement. So this is all about the consumption related of cement in India. So coming to the shareholding pattern of a Ambuja Cements, the parent foreign promoter stood at 63.11. It's a Lafarge Holcim Group which is taking a 63% of a shareholding in Ambuja Cement. Next, foreign investors have been invested 16.31 percentage, and mutual fund have invested 13.62 percentage. Next followed by retailers and corporate bodies and other institutions. Total it's all having 100% shareholding. So in that the major players are the FIIs and the DIIs. So they are holding almost 95% of the shareholding of Ambuja Cements. This is one of the positive point. This is one we can trust on the Ambuja Cements, which is have been largest share is been taken by FIIs and DIIs. We can bet on this. So this is my analysis. Please do your analysis to take a call on Ambuja Cement. So coming to the financial results of FY19 and 20. So usually the financial result will be from March to March, but with respect to the Ambuja Cement, the financial result is from December to December. So this is what is the difference between other companies' financial statement and with respect to Ambuja Cement. So coming to the sales quarter on quarter financial result analysis, in quarter 4 of
FI 2019, so the net sales were 6,963 crores. So it has been increased to 7,350 crores. So it is almost 6% increase. So the EBITDA also 32% increase. So the EBITDA margin, this is what is the important factors. So in quarter 4 of 2019, the margins were, operating margins were 16%. That has been increased to 20%. So that is one of the very good positive point. So coming to the profit before tax is 856 crores in quarter 4 of 2019. So that has been increased to 948 crores. It is almost a 10% increase in the profit before tax. So after that, the profit after tax, here you can see it's almost 722 crores in quarter 4. So it has been increased to 968 crores. So profit before tax has been increased to 10.8%, but the profit after tax has been increased to 34%. So the question arises here. So the real financial result analysis is this itself. So in the tax expenses, as you can see, it is 134 crores have been paid to the government, but here the tax refund has been come almost. Here the profit before tax was 948 crores. The profit after tax is 968 crores. So here the tax refund has come. That's the reason there is a sharp increase in the profit after tax. That's led to an increase of 34% in profit after tax. So this is the quarter on quarter analysis of Ambuja Cements. With respect to the year on year analysis, in 2019 the sales were 26,539 crores. So that has been reduced to 24,094 crores, almost a 9% reduce in the sales of Ambuja Cement. So this is because the COVID-19. So 3 months lockdown was there. That's the reasons the 10% decrease in the sales, but they have maintained their EBITDA margins. So they have increased their EBITDA margins to 12%. This is mainly because of the operating margin. The EBITDA margin has been increased from 17.3% to 21.3%, almost 4% increase. That is one factor which has been increased the profitability of the Ambuja Cements. So the profit before tax has been increased 3% from 3,875 crores to 3,992 crores. So the profit after tax has been increased from 2,783 crores to 3,107. It's almost a 12% increase. But here you can see the tax expenses in the 2019, it is 1,092 crores, but it has been reduced to 885 crores. This is mainly because of the taxation structure, and some deductions and some refund will be there. So that will be seen in the notes to account. If you want, please download a annual report of a Ambuja Cements. You can find it over there. So the profit after tax has been increased to 12% year on year. So this is one of the financial result of the Ambuja Cements. So this is very good. So it is expected very good. But in the next coming years also, the EBITDA margins and the EBITDA profit after tax may grow from 14 to 15% in the next coming years. That is one of the positive point. So this is one of the financial results. So in the next will be explained about the financial ratios of Ambuja Cement.
So coming to the financial ratios of Ambuja Cements. So mainly whenever we doing a fundamental analysis of any kind of a company, there are the key ratios to be focused on. The first thing is the debt to equity ratio, next is the P multiple, next is the return on equity, ROE, next is an operating margins. So next, after that, we are focusing on the cash flow statements. In the cash flow statements, operating profit, operating cash flows means how much they are generating an income from the core business. So next is the free cash flows. So free cash flow means after doing an investment activities and all, so what is the remaining amount is there, that is a free cash flows. So these are all the factors we will going to consider whenever we doing a fundamental analysis of any kind of a companies. So with respect to the Ambuja Cements, the debt to equity is negligible, it's almost zero, and the PE multiple, presently the Ambuja Cement is trading at 270 rupees. So the PE multiples is 21.55, and the ROE, return on equity, is low. That's one of the major negative factor for Ambuja Cements. It is at 10%. The return on equity is only 10%. That is one of the thing which should be focused, because whenever there is a return on equity is less, means there is something called the investments invested on the companies, they are not generating that much of return by an investment. That's one of the key things to watch out in Ambuja Cement. Next, coming to the operating margins, in 2020 financial result, they have announced that good results. In the results, I have found very interesting that they have improved their margins. The margins, operating profit margins, stood at 20%. That is one of the very good factors. Next, come to the cash flows of Ambuja Cement. The operating cash flows, what they are generating from the core business, is at 4,800 crores annually. So they are maintaining a cash flows of 3,073 crores in these years. This is one of the positive point. So the free cash flows in the company is very good. So in the present year, in 2020, so they have announced a lot of dividends to the peoples. They have announced almost 20 rupees dividends in 2020. That is one of the positive factor for the investor point of view. So other than that, the company is in the very good positions with respect to the financial ratio. Expect the ROE, return on equity. That's one should be focused and taking a call on a Ambuja Cement.
So coming to the target price of Ambuja Cement, set at 359 per shares. So we have done in valuation with the EV EBITDA multiples. So it comes around 256. As per PE multiples, it's around 293. As per a discounted cash flow method, it's coming around 444. So we have given a weightage of 25% of EV EBITDA multiple, and PE multiple is 25%, and discounted cash flow method, it's 50%. So roughly it's getting 359 for a next 1 year time frame. So this is the target we are setting on the Ambuja Cement for next coming year, for FY22. So the present upper band 370, it may test 370. In the lower band, it can come to 349. So average we have kept 359 rupees per share is a target for FY22. So this is my analysis. Please do make your analysis to take a call on Ambuja Cement. So whether it is good or not, please do your own analysis. I am not a person to suggest any kind of a companies to anyone. So this is my analysis. I think this has given some base, some view about Ambuja Cement, whether it is a good to invest, whether it is going to create a wealth or not.
So this is all about the company analysis of Ambuja Cements. So this is my analysis with respect to the Ambuja Cements. Please do make your analysis by having the basic knowledge which I have given from this video. This is my analysis. Please do make your own analysis to bet on the company like Ambuja Cements, whether it's going to create a wealth or not. Please do make your analysis and take a decision on it. So this is from my side. In the next upcoming videos, I will be doing a lot of fundamental analysis of many companies. If you want to do a particular company's fundamental analysis, please comment below in the comment section. I will be doing that also. So thank you all. Bye bye.